Hello! I know it's been a really long time since I made any videos because I had a computer that wouldn't run video editing software, and then I just kind of didn't have anything to do.
Don't you just hate when that happens?
Yes, I have a special guest here. Actually, I'm at his place, so I'm the special guest. But
We're both special.
BloodWolfAssassin.
Hi,
BloodWolfAssassin,
how you
as
doing?
always.
I've
'Cause
opted not to appear on camera for various reasons.
mostly because he's embarrassed to be talking about fossil fighters.
That and I may or may not be wanted by the Las Vegas Police Department, but that's another story. Oh,
But whatever.
shoot, so I have to keep it PG?
Yeah.
Oh,
I would really
that's no
appreciate
fun. Alright.
Okay, so this is long overdue since the game came out in like November, I think. But since I've been doing a lot of Fossil Fighters videos, it's really only fair that I review the new game, Fossil Fighters Champions. And I put it off because I wasn't interested. I had gotten pretty sick of Fossil Fighters, and I started replaying my other games, like particularly Heart Gold and Soul Silver. So I hadn't been paying much attention to Fossil Fighters. I found that it was actually pretty rare. I couldn't find it in stores. I found it once at Walmart, and then the next time I was there, it wasn't there. And one day I happened to walk into GameStop, and they had it, so I bought it because I didn't figure I would get another chance. So I was
Because I'm sure Fossil Fighters was just flying off the shelves.
I think it's because it's not really a popular enough game to have a huge stock. I don't really know.
Oh, there's that.
But, Champions is much more likely to gain a following than the original because it's a better game, honestly.
Well, because being a better game than Fossil Fighters is just such a damn stretch.
Okay, even fans of Fossil Fighters have to realize that it's a pretty stupid game. It's got a really weird storyline, really obnoxious.
The final boss is a killer ice cream cone.
Yeah, the final boss. Alien robot dinosaurs, and then a giant Planet eating ice cream cone. You can't get much worse
When
than that.
you're making the Tekken anime make sense.
Stop making games, yeah. But I was actually very pleasantly surprised when I played this because I was not expecting a good sequel. And that's exactly what this is. This is 10 times the game that the original was. It has a better story, it has a better battle system.
It's the Rescuers Down Under of the Fossil Fighters franchise.
I guess so. It has...
By all means, it should not exist.
I don't know. I was kind of surprised that Fossil Fighters would even have a sequel. I didn't think it was all that popular. But I'm glad they did, because they did an amazing job with this game. They improved the graphics, the battle system, the cleaning system, and most importantly, the story and the characters.
This I gotta hear.
Okay, just a warning, there may be slight spoilers. I'm going to try to keep that to a minimum, but talking about this game, there are some things that just have to be said. And if you don't want to hear those, then you should probably just stick to my written review, which I'll post a link in the description. There will be spoilers. I don't know the extent, but be warned. Okay, so story. The original story of Fossil Fighters was pretty simple. Going to an island and reviving dinosaurs, and basically there was no story behind that. You just go around and level up and
go to an island called Isla Sorna.
Eventually you come across villains, and they're really not intimidating at all.
I hope your audience is old enough to get a Jurassic Park reference.
I really have no idea, but, I mean, it's a dinosaur theme, so I would hope they would. Okay, story. It is kind of a generic tournament style game. So you fight and you level up just like the first one, but there's actually more of a story to it because there's a reason you fight and level up, because it's a tournament and you want to be the best. You don't want to really
Like no one ever was.
Yeah, don't bring up Pokemon right now. I do not want to think about Pokemon.
I know.
Although I probably will be mentioning Pokemon because this game is a lot more like Pokemon than the first one.
I honestly couldn't help it. I'll hit myself.
Thank you. So the beginning is you just go around and you meet all the different characters. And there's one that immediately reminds you of Kaiba.
Oh,
He's
fantastic.
annoying. He looks like Riku, and his personality is Kaiba. He's like Riku wearing orange jacket.
So Riku wearing an orange jacket who acts like Kaiba.
Yeah. It's kind of surreal.
Oh god.
But the sidekick this time is so much less annoying. I absolutely
Who was the sidekick in the first one?
Rosie. She was so obnoxious.
Rosie.
Yeah. I really wanted the Dinorans to eat her, but unfortunately they didn't. And she does make a cameo in this game, but only after the main storyline. So
well, Jar Jar Binks made a cameo in episode 2, but he was fairly easy to ignore.
Yeah. Okay, what happens next? Oh, well, you're going through the tournament, and you're constantly being hassled by these villains, I guess you would call them.
For lack of a better term.
Yeah, I don't really... I guess they're like the generic evil team for the game, because every game needs an evil organization to try to ruin
your
everything.
Team Rocket stand-in. Sorry to bring up Pokemon again.
Except, unlike the BB Bandits from the first game, which so incompetent. Like,
all I know is the picture. All you show me of them is the picture, and they look just stupid.
Yeah. The Bare Bones Brigade, as they're called in this game.
They look like a cross between Team Rocket and Boris and Natasha from Rocky and Bullwinkle.
But the Bare Bones Brigade, they actually have a pretty cool gimmick. Is they use skeleton dinosaurs called Bonysaurs, and they're basically just skeletons.
Holy shit! They're using Skull Greymon.
It's
not a Pokemon reference.
No, it's not.
It's arguably worse, depending on your point of view.
I honestly don't know anything about Digimon, so I'm not gonna even.
My knowledge of Digimon is limited to what I learned from Yezu Otaku, but keep going.
The Bare Bones Brigade, basically all they want is to screw up the tournament and make everyone leave, so it doesn't ever conclude. And you, as the hero, go kick their butts and continue the tournament. And as expected, there is a point where you just go to their hideout and fight the boss, the leader of the evil organization. And this leader happens to be a skull. That's not spoilers, because you see him right from the beginning of the game. So he's a skull wearing a cape, and you don't know too much about him. But you fight him, and you.
I could make a really nerdy reference right now, but
please don't.
I won't.
So anyway, you're continuing on this tournament, and there's something that's just not right about it. There's something that is going on that you don't know about.
Huh.
And it's
Are
not...
dinosaurs supposed to be extinct?
No, because the alien robot, the alien dinosaur technology brings them back to life. This is important. This is canon. This is what happens in the game. This is how it's explained. Alien dinosaur technology.
This game is fun, but that is... I love it. I can't deny that I love it.
You can't like this game if you don't appreciate the absolute silliness. You can't take it seriously, really.
I suppose.
I mean, most games are like that. And yeah, it's goofy, but it's an enjoyable kind of goofy.
I love enjoyable goofy. I mean, we can show this on camera. Like, look at what I own. You just show them that. Yeah, Street Fighter the movie collector's edition. All right. I love enjoyably goofy, so I can get behind this game.
Yeah. I'll try not to go too much further into the plot, but there is one thing I have to mention because I have to mention it. I don't even know how to begin, but